New York City. The arts, the food, the people, the architecture, the coffee. I know I've romanticized it, but I swear, even in the subway, I'm just standing there like, I go to New York about once a year, so I have a list of my favorite specialty coffee shops to hit and an ongoing list that I add to. So I just want to share it with you to make it easier for when you're looking for a good cup of specialty coffee. And if you're there right now and just need a quick list to look at, I got you. Head over to my Instagram and look for my NYC coffee guide. Okay, so admittedly, I haven't spent much time here, but I flew into LaGuardia and on my way to Manhattan, I just needed coffee. So I stopped at Knock Knock. It's called a dim sum restaurant online, but it's a collaboration between them, Coffee Project New York, which is a well-known and highly respected coffee company, and a cocktail bar. It was in construction when I was there, but just looking at the website photos, it looks amazing. I'm gonna stop there again for sure. Also in this area is Academy at Coffee Project New York. I thought this was like a school or something, but it's actually a coffee shop. My Airbnb was in the Upper West Side, and every single morning I'd walk over to Solid State Coffee. This is closer to the Lincoln Square area, but they're a roaster, they serve food, and they have some seating inside and outside. Also in the Upper West Side is Irving Farm New York. They have a ton of locations, but the one that you're seeing is from the Upper West Side. I don't know that there's specialty coffee on the Upper East Side. I could be totally wrong, but I just really haven't found it outside of Variety Coffee Roasters. They started in Williamsburg, but I'm talking like a true Upper East Side specialty coffee shop. I don't know of any, so let me know if you know of one. Here we have one of my favorite shops. I go there every single time. It's Black Fox Coffee. The one in the video is from the location near MoMA, but I've also been to the one by Grand Central. They also have some locations in the financial district, so if you're by the Statue of Liberty, check them out. Also here is Devocion, but we're gonna talk about them whenever we get to Brooklyn coffee shops. This is probably a hot take. I don't think there's very good specialty coffee in Times Square, but the closest to it is probably Culture Espresso. I love Culture Espresso. First off, they have one of the best cookies in the world. They have a few locations, one near Bryant Park, Penn Station, and the Port Authority bus terminal. So depending on where you are in Times Square, make sure to check them out. You've probably heard of the Chelsea Market. This is an awesome area to go to. There's a few specialty coffee companies here like Coffee Project New York, Variety Coffee Roasters, but the hot spot and the place that most people want to visit when they're there is the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. Personally, I think you gotta go check it out if you're there. It's really cool. They have a bar, tons of specialty coffee products like Fellow, Hario. They have 3 different locations, one in Chelsea, one in the Empire State Building, and one near the One World Observatory. We are now talking about the West Village. This part of town is so cool. I'm sure there's more trendy coffee shops than I even know of, but the 2 that I've been to are Do Not Feed Alligators and Hungry Ghost Coffee. Do Not Feed Alligators is awesome. It literally makes me feel like I'm in Europe when I'm in their shop. They also have like events there. July 9th, they had the Ukrainian folk music experience. That's amazing. They're a coffee shop, a wine bar, cocktail bar, and bookstore. Hungry Ghost Coffee has a bunch of locations. A majority of them are in the Williamsburg, Brooklyn area, but this one's a good spot because it's near the Comedy Cellar. A great place to go if you love stand-up comedy. Also, shameless plug, Chip City is like right across the street, and I love Chip City. Please, Chip City, come to Denver. Anyways, enough about cookies and on to Soho. This is probably top 3 shops in the world for me right now. La Cabra. Their first store in the US was actually in the East Village, but they have another one in Soho, and this one's called a focused coffee concept. Felix Roasting Co is also here, and in researching for this, I found out that they have a location in Aspen, Colorado. I have to go there. If there's ever a place that's Instagram, Pinterest worthy, it's this spot. Also in this area is Drip Coffee Makers, but we'll talk more about them when we get to Brooklyn. Now I just want to go to Brooklyn. Starting in the Dumbo downtown Brooklyn area, we have Devocion. Going to this shop will make you feel immersed in coffee. Like they've designed their shops to feel like you're at the farm, and it tells a story of coffee too. In Brooklyn Heights, there are 2 amazing shops you have to go to. The first one is Percent Arabica. This is right next to the Brooklyn Bridge. You have such a beautiful view. I think they're right next to an ice cream shop too. This company is worldwide. I also went to the one in Paris not too long ago. I have a video on that, so make sure to check it out. I'll put a link somewhere around here. It's so cool to see coffee from a global point of view and to see a shop that actually represents this at their physical locations. Let me know if you want to see a full-on story about them. Maybe I drop it on like Instagram or something. I don't know, let me know in the comments. Drip Coffee Makers has to be one of the most unique shops I've ever been to because they are literally at a subway exit. You might walk by it and be like, Subway coffee? Nah, I'm not trying that. But they were voted one of Tasting Table's best coffee shops in New York City. They're a multi-roaster that features black and white coffee roasters, processed coffee, and Onyx coffee. They have multiple locations in the Brooklyn area, Soho, Williamsburg, Bushwick. Our last and final stop is Williamsburg. And what would this list be if it didn't have Sey Coffee on it? This shop was rated one of Food & Wine's best coffee shops in America multiple years in a row. It's kind of tucked into Williamsburg, but I'm gonna be honest here, there's not much around here. I think there's like a few secondhand thrift shops, but you have to make the trip out because the coffee will blow your mind. And last but not least, this is like the perfect button closer, Variety Coffee Roasters. Williamsburg is actually where they first opened their doors in 2008. To close out the video, here are some honorary mentions. These are shops that I haven't been to, but they're on my list to go to, so if you go there, let me know what you think. Should I do more of these city-specific coffee shop videos? Let me know if you want to see another video and which city you'd want to see it in. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and don't forget to follow along on my other platforms. Okay, love you, bye!